Here we go again. We're live again from New York City. Guitar Quackery Live. There's a band rehearsing here, and I'll be working over here. Yeah, I took a break from this guitar for 2.5 hours, a couple of hours. I was doing binding repair, then a customer came, then this and that. Okay. So it's back on the bench. I had something else on the bench, actually. And now it's here again, and we are going to continue with this job. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with this. So this is now part 7, I believe, of this project, a reconstruction of this Martin guitar. Now, part 7, yeah. And this is the second part of the binding repair specifically. So I'm going to continue this later. Let's clean up this one because it's easy, and I just kind of feel like doing something easy right now. I'll be using probably this glue, which is linked in the description as an affiliate link. But I might need to use a combination of 2 different glues in some parts. I don't know. Let's talk about it later. Okay. Here we have this part. And I want to clean up the old residue so we can re-glue it. This one is going to be the easiest binding repair on this guitar. I have here my blades, X-Acto blades. This one I am going to flip around so that I can use the other side of the blade. Okay, this is a common technique used in binding repair, which is a very common repair on Martin guitars. Yeah, more common than they want to admit, they being the Martin people. But yeah, it's done all the time. Yeah, so just like this, I get into this corner, and let's enlarge the image. And I did have something here supporting this, maybe this sponge. I have a better thing here. I think it would be better. A little more friction. Yeah, this is better. And now let's have a closer look at this. By the way, it's called an HD-28 guitar, Martin HD-28. HD, instead of D28, the difference is this binding here, herringbone, okay, pattern. So that makes it an HD-28 instead of a D28. If we zoom in and we focus on the bottom here, we see just a little bit of glue that we need to scrape away. But we do need to scrape it. So let's see. So you can see how nicely this works with the back of an X-Acto blade. I am scraping the corner and the 2 sides at once, everything at once. Okay, and look at that. We have this junk that comes out. pretty good. Here we have this glue. Okay. What would we do without the microscope? Well, we would use a magnifying glass. Yeah, I tell you, I really like using the microscope in guitar repair, especially for this type of repair where you know, we need to have a close look. I do want to flip the blade around now because I think that it's going to be difficult to get into that corner with the reverse side of the blade, right? So let me do it this way. Okay, that's good. And now we have this part here. Ideally, we want to remove all of it down to the exposed fresh material, okay? But sometimes we need to accept that a little bit of it is going to be there and that we can't remove it. And if it stays there, we won't see it. It'll be just a little bit of a dirt pocket, I guess, trapped inside the glue, the new layer of glue, right? Okay. It's not a bad idea to, you see, this is peeling off more now, further. So it's not a bad idea to put some tape here. I have here this binding tape. That's the Stumac binding tape, brown binding tape. And let's see. So now, you know, it's not too bad that this came off because now we'll just put fresh glue in this whole area and it'll be better than it was. Focus here. So let's just reverse the blade again. Now we have access to the corner. Easy access. Here it is. Well, I'm looking at it from the side, and there's actually not much glue left on the guitar. So most of the glue is on the binding. And I can see it from here. There you go. Yeah, I think the other side of the blade works better for this. So I don't know what kind of glue they use at the factory, I would like to know, just so that I don't use the same glue by mistake, because it clearly fails the test of time. We see too many of these on Martin guitars. Some people use fish glue to repair binding. I also used fish glue, used to use it. But then someone recommended this other glue, the Formula 560, which I link in the description. It's an affiliate link. And this person who recommended the glue, his name is Doug. He does a lot of Martin repairs. He kind of specializes in binding repairs. So he's tested all kinds of glues extensively, and he recommends the Formula 560. Again, there's a link in the description, and you will see me use the glue. But the key to any glue job is surface preparation, which is what I'm doing now. So right now, if I were to remove this tape and just pull the binding, it would just come off. But I don't feel like adding to my workload. All right. That's pretty clean. The Formula 560 is a water-soluble glue, so you don't need to worry too much about the squeeze out. But it's really strong. Okay, now I just want to inspect the gluing surface, making sure that I get closure. The gluing surface, I mean the glue joint, right? Okay, it's fine. So there is a hairline gap, which will be invisible once the glue floods it, right? And now we can work on the other side, but I do want to put a small piece of tape here just to make sure I don't pull the binding and break it off like that. All right, here and here. All right, and now let's look at the other side. So this is the point where I'm having trouble. if you watched part 1 of this binding repair, which is part 6 of this series of the Martin HD-28 Reconstruction. Yeah, I'm having some issues with this. Where are we here? So I also don't want to break the blade. But this has been repaired previously, right? And I don't know what kind of glue was used. I think it's hard, like super glue. So there's a gap. Ideally, I would, well, the thing is that I'm not getting good closure here because there's probably a blob of glue there somewhere preventing, look, there's some here. So it is always more difficult to repair something when it's been previously repaired. Not sure how long this is going to take. And obviously I hope it doesn't break off. So it's tricky because there's a small step here. So it's impossible to just put the blade through. Yeah. But if I could just clean up to this point, that would be good. If I could just remove the binding somehow. I think I'm lifting it. I'm just pushing the blade into the glue joint. This is quite a messy area here. So once this is re-glued, the only way to hide it is to do finish touch-up work, repair. So I'm not sure if the owner repaired it himself or if he took it somewhere to be repaired. I don't know. It really bothers me that there's a gap there and you can even feel it because there's a step between the binding and the side of the guitar. It doesn't look good, doesn't feel good. I'm not sure that knowing what kind of glue they used would change anything. I mean, I still can't remove it easily. So this is a good example about of a repair that really should be charged by the hour, because people say, what do you charge for a binding repair? Well, if it's just a factory glue, you can just peel it off. And here, I'm spending a significant amount of time trying to remove this part of the binding, just to be able to clean out the glue. Okay, so I made some progress with this. As you can see, this is separating from this, and I'm fine with that. And now I somehow need access to clean this part. So I'm not really sure that that it's going to work for me to have a camera here, but let's try. That's what I see. All this junk needs to be removed. Some of it is the factory glue and some of it is not. I'll try this trick. You can see air bubbles, which means there were air pockets there, air gaps. So obviously if we don't remove this, we don't get good closure. Okay. And now I need to do the same here. So just want to come from above. Obviously, you want to see it from this side. Is that it? Okay. Okay. I mean, it's better, but I still have this hump here. So I should remove this this portion of the binding all the way up to about here, I guess. Maybe like this. Okay. I did quite a few Martin binding repairs, and every one of them seems to be a different job. Martin guitars, they seem to fall apart spontaneously. This comment is not sponsored by Martin. I don't know, the binding just seems to fall off, you know? That's how they're made. There's also this blade. It's the number 4 blade, which is like a chisel. Okay, X-Acto number 4 blade. So this is the number 11 blade, the most popular one, right? We all know this one. So the chisel is like this, okay. And maybe I can use this blade for this. Yeah. Okay, so now I like this. I'm removing a lot of glue from here. And here we can see it, right? I still don't have a perfect closure here. There's this gap that I'm fighting something. And yeah, I can see it right there at the bottom. There's something right there at the bottom. So if I get this out of the way, So here we see that glue was used as a filler to fill gaps. And glue should never be used as a filler. In fact, there's no reason for gaps here because you know, this binding came from here, so it should be a perfect fit. So I'll try to remove this portion of the binding here. Ah, come on. Well, okay, so I accidentally sliced off a piece of wood here. Okay. Okay. All this just to access this thing at the bottom here, which I need to remove. So let's zoom in onto this. There's something there. There's a little hump. But there's all this glue here. Okay, so now Now, is this any better than it was before? But there's still something here, right there. So the same way we have this, we see there's a glue on the surface. There is something here on the side. And here on the side as well. There's basically a hump here that I need to remove. This is better. There's another hump right here. So I was recently watching a YouTube video of I guess it was a dermatologist or maybe a beautician squeezing pimples and blackheads. And I guess this is a little bit like that. So I was watching that and I was thinking, wow, I want to jump in and help. I'm not sure if this feels quite like that. You watching this, only you would know. The video I was watching was not a live stream. It was a recorded video. Quite long. I didn't watch the whole thing. But it was quite fascinating and satisfying. I see a hump right here. So if I had a routing jig, I could just route off the old binding, put new binding on, do a little finish repair, and be done with it. But now, well, that's obviously not what I'm doing. So. So I see small sections where there are just little humps of glue, like here. All right. Yeah, I can see I have a small audience. Sorry, I can't really talk too much. This is not the type of project. Okay, I see good closure. Well, I see good closure here, right? But I do see this step, which means I still need to remove glue from here. Or actually from the bottom of this. Yeah, I can feel this is bumpy. So that's what I need to do. So now, see, I'm still pushing it off like that because it's protruding, and I feel bumps. Like here, there's a bump. Okay. So right now I feel that I'm cleaning up the bottom of this binding like this at the cost of quality, but I really need to turn it around like this. Yeah, and I can still show you on camera. Yeah, that's better this way. I'll zoom in. So here's what feels bumpy. That's the glue that I need to remove. And I think the best tool for this removal might be this number 4 blade, which is the chisel. So just from above like this. So I'm not worried about damaging the inside corner because it'll be on the inside. I just don't want to damage the outside corner. There we go. You can see here Same issue. I might be able to show you like this, but I need to lower the microscope. I'm not sure if it's gonna be possible. Or maybe, let me see. Yeah, I can see it. So, see, now the microscope is in the way of me maneuvering this whole blade. There. Okay. And now I just need to maybe this is good. I don't know. There's only one way to find out. it's definitely better. What I see and what I can feel with my fingers is that, let me focus before I show you. Now it's in the same plane, right? Now there's no longer a step here, right? Well, actually I can see that this feeler gauge is bent a little bit. This is good. It feels good. It's still a little short here, but I think that's, I don't know if it's because of the shrinking of the binding, or maybe still there's no, well, there's still a bump here in the way. So I don't get good closure here yet. There's still some work to be done here. There's a bump. Same kind of glue bump I need to remove from the inside here. So I did peel off a little bit of the binding, but if it's in the hidden area, I don't think that matters. Okay. Okay. We are getting there slowly. It's already been over an hour. Technically, I should be charging for 1 hour of my work here. Well, this customer is reasonable. He had a really good budget, actually, to be honest. And I wanted to charge him a little bit less than what he said. And that's what I put on paper. But we did discuss that it could be up to his budget, so we'll see. But technically, we weren't discussing charging by the hour, so I just kind of gave him some estimates. All of my estimates and assessments are preliminary. I try to emphasize that so that, as you can see, sometimes we just don't know how long it's going to take. So this is still a problem area here. I don't have a gap, and I can feel a little step from here. And that's because there's something um, there. Somewhere on the inside. It might be necessary to peel off the binding all the way around to about here or so, just to gain access to this open area. So let's try to do that. This glue is terrible. Well, here I can see a bump. I think I should be able to scrape it out. Another bump here. And something here. Okay, maybe this helped. I think it definitely did help. Sorry, that was a cut there. It is much better, and I might just call it good enough. Although I can feel all this super glue squeeze out, or whatever glue they used. I think it's super glue. But I can scrape it off afterwards. I think this might be good enough. Let's inspect it. Well, not really. This is still not good. Okay, so let's just do this. This can turn real bad real quickly. Okay. Is this worth my time? I don't know. This is a stronger grip, I think, so for this type of cutting, it might be better. As you can see, I sliced into the binding a little bit, but that's going to be on the inside. Won't be visible. I'm putting quite a lot of force in this direction with a knife. Okay, so now I'm hoping to be able to clean this without having to remove more binding. really the worst area here. Really bad. I think I'm gonna have to drop fill it with super glue and do a little finish repair at the end here. Yeah, so we have this bump here. We need to peel it off right here. There you go. So that's glue that yeah, was used as a gap filler. And we have more here. So this whole area here might look a little funky when it's finished. It is quite difficult. Well, I am getting better closure right now. And let's see if what is this now? Another problem. Right, so there are some particles still stuck here. So there's still something here, obviously. And So it made basically no difference. Now I wonder if once we clean this up, nah, this is not going to make a difference. But let's work on this side. Um, yeah, same thing. I think I need to put the other camera on this side. Now you'll be able to see this side of the binding, which is what I want to clean right now. Yeah, not the ideal position for the camera. Yeah, I do have an audience, I can see. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope this is not too boring. I'm using the number 4 blade. There you go. Yeah. I think definitely next time I have a Martin binding repair, I'll just charge by the hour and just say, well, we don't know how long it's going to take. It's impossible to know. I'm going to put a piece of tape here because this keeps... You see how easily this peels off when it's just a factory glue? So it's not like on the other side where there was a repair attempt already. Okay. So this is now obviously difficult to do from this side. So let's see if I can do it this way. I think I'm gonna have to flip the guitar around. But let's clean up the wood. Not much glue there. Let's try this way. So I'll be re-gluing the binding tonight. And then I got some more guitars to work on. But it's already 10 p.m. All right. Okay, the small binding started to separate a little bit here. I guess it's not a big deal, but I did start noticing. Let's have a closer look at that. Right here. All right. It just keeps evolving. So all this, I want to clean this thing. It's not going to be perfect. Um, I can also use a small piece of sandpaper. That's 220. Yeah, I think that would be good. Five people watching. Thank you for watching. I hope this is not. Yeah, hopefully we can start the glue up job in the next, I hope, 20 minutes. Let's hope so. I'll just cut a small piece like this. Where's my blade? Here. Is that good? Yeah. And yeah, it's self-adhesive, so I could stick it onto some kind of I don't know what. I could stick it to the back of this. Yeah, I could stick it to the back of this, but then if I do that, maybe I trim it. How about that? I do this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. So I want to cut it a little larger. Or should I do this? I guess either way is fine. Okay, and I'll just trim it. Okay. I can use it like this, or I can even use it like this. Okay, let's try this first. See if it works. Okay, we have an extra viewer. People are watching me work. I didn't know that was that interesting, but okay. Here. So we can rough up this surface. Now you don't see what I see, but I think you can imagine what is happening on the other side. There's going to be a better surface for the glue to stick to, right? Obviously. saw some glue coming off. Little, little curls of glue. And I can do this as well. I'm not sure if there's still some glue left here, or if I'm imagining it. Okay, and now here. I think I need to flip the guitar and hit it from this side. So now like that, so that I can do this. So this is glue, I think. It plugs up the sandpaper. In fact, I like this because this is flexible, so it really helps. I can get into the corner there. So I feel maybe I can flip this thing around. Like this. Oh, I was off camera. Okay, no problem. Like that. Okay, let's see what we got. So I got good closure here. Now this one is still not ideal. Uh, I mean, it's only one little area there that is problematic, and maybe I can do something about that. I don't know. Still some people watching. Oh, there's comments. Suddenly volume decreased. Oh, really? 1, 2. I don't know. Left channel. Really? Maybe I unplug this thing. What's the point of having the plastic stuff on the guitar? It's the binding. Only for beauty, or does it have any other purpose? Good question. I have an old R stop where the fretboard binding is falling off. So they used to make ivory binding, believe it or not. Kill elephants for that. You can do maple binding. Maple bends well. It's the type of wood that really bends well. Or no binding. So it is decorative, I think. And since it's decorative, I guess we need to make it look good. Is my mic okay? Is it okay to replace it with ebony and make the fretboard wider? Yeah, why not? You can remove the entire fretboard. So instead of replacing the binding, you can remove the fretboard, just install a new fretboard. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. You need heat to, yeah, and it's kind of like a bridge removal. So I think you saw me do a bridge removal on this guitar, or was it another guitar? Did I clean this? Okay, so there's, I can't remember if I cleaned this up or not. There's this binding falling off here. Let's see. I think I cleaned it up, right? I think I did that in the previous live stream. Yeah, looks clean. Right. So is my microphone okay? Better. Still only left channel, really? Well, I don't know. I don't know why that is. Only left channel. I don't know. Sorry about that. I didn't touch anything. Let's just finish this job. All right. So this little corner here, it's not a corner, whatever it's called. And I want to show you a close-up. Well, I want to look at it myself through the microscope, so. You know, there's still a bump, you can see that. But I'm running out of patience on this. Just want to remove all this junk. See? I can see something stuck here. This surface is very uneven on the inside. And I think the previous technician did something there. Perhaps when he was or she cleaning up the old glue or something, I don't know. Is this better? I don't know. I can't tell. I think this is better. Yeah, I think this is better. Still not 100%. There's still a bump here. Maybe I'll leave it like this. How about that? I don't know. So just as like this. Um, I don't know. I think there's still something there stuck inside. Okay, so I want to take a break. I need to take a break. I am going to take a break. So I'm going to end it here. And then I'll be back in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know. And then do the glue up. Maybe a little more cleaning there and then glue up the whole thing. Sorry about the microphone, so I'll try to fix this. Oh, both channels. Well, I didn't do anything. But I'm glad to hear that it's working. Okay, so friends, I'll see you. Well, only one person watching Viking Beard, I think, right? So perhaps I'll see you later.